Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us to the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the evening. My name is Badhun Dash. I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is a social and ISO certified international educational and Training Institute. In the last 3 years, we already served 35 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected more than 450 plus profession and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professional IGP is a training faculty for skill development which was founded in 2020 and is generating competent candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualification. The Institute of Global Professional is an educational institute that provides social work globally recognized and reportable. We serve student and community resource providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one skill just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, and internationally to student job seekers, job holder, and also for learners, the respective campus location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institute. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinar, seminar, courses, award, quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 premium services for free, like create own portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and one knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge which can upgrade all day. Kids learning game, website, free course, convert sites, and many more. We help to empower you to learn to meet their expectation and dream and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program, webinar, and offline online courses for youth and learner by professional trainer, speaker, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals to develop all kinds of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and personalities. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professionals. We believe that knowledge is love and light and vision. So we try to understand the needs of today's generation and will serve them with good research and practice methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learner we represent. More diversity, growth, and innovation are required to lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. IGP members are committed to offering effective base quality service and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill level and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,553 webinars successfully. Wow. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,553 webinars successfully. Dear IGP speaker, participant, and well-wisher, at this moment, this is a very important message for you all. We change and design our website www.eduigp.com. On this website, we have surprise for everyone. Hope you will be benefiting. We already launched our new website where you can find all of our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without an account or logged in, you cannot enjoy our services. So create your account for once with proper information. Note that with proper information, you will enjoy all features. With mismatched data, you cannot do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competition on our website. We replace Slido. You have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all of our previous webinars with verified e-certificate. Now it's easier and time-oriented because after the session, we will not provide you any code for certification. You have to take part in one exam. After that, if you pass, you will receive your certificate, otherwise not. But you can take part in an exam unlimited till you pass. If you are an IGP speaker, you can download all your previous certificate, speakership certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download a certificate of gratitude. If you are an online quiz competition winner, then you can download your certificate of participation. If you are selected for a lifetime membership, then you can download a certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participate in an award function which organizes combined support with IGP, you can download that also. You can instantly prepare and download 18 types of instant certificate from our website within a minute. Certificate of Global Professional Membership, Certificate of Global Influence during the Pandemic, Certificate of Active Knowledge Seeker, Certificate of Social Activities during the Pandemic, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2020, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2021, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2022, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 1, Authentic Assessment and Teaching Learning, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 2, Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 3. Digital Classroom Engagement Tools. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 4. The New Trend in Education. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 5. Upskilling Organization Leadership and Managerial Skills. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 6. Trend and Innovation in Mathematics Education. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 7. Research Comprehension Approach. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 8. Art in Teaching in Social Program in the Art. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 9. 21st Century Tool in Mathematics. Certificate of IGP Corporate Ambassador. Certificate of IGP Campus Ambassador, which you can prepare and download within a minute. From now on, you can participate in 1000 plus international level quiz with verified certificate. Teaching tips for teacher, health tips for parents, health tips for teens, gamification tools for teacher. You can join IGP Alumni. You can check it out 50 plus free services website for free and many more. Dear IGP will be sure we promised previously, but lack of technical issue, we are late sending you on time. This is a great opportunity to collect your previous credentials. Solve all issues from our website. Now you can enroll, reset password, everything. You can check your previous dashboard for all webinar details. It's a tutorial videos. You check all button and pages on our website. Surely I can say you will be benefited. Thank you, but note that without an account or login, you cannot enjoy our services. At present, we are going to start our 1554 webinar, which name is Enhancement of Cognitive for Humans. And today our speaker's name is Faisal Fayaz. He is from Pakistan. Before I hand over the stage to our speaker, sir, wants to share a very little bit about him. Cambridge certified computer science teacher, Microsoft innovative, educator, accept, worklet community leader, qualified member of Project Management Institute, USA, educational ambassador of International Organization of Educators and Researchers, International Youth Society, World Boys International, former Associate Secretary of Pakistan Gymnasium Federation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Hello, sir.
Hello, greetings to all of you. I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, sir, you are audible. The stage is you. You can start your presentation now.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the wonderful introduction, and I'm really happy to start my presentation at this platform again. And obviously, this will be, and this was always a wonderful experience to share different insights and the things and the topics along with on this platform. It's really happy moments for me as well. Reason, beautiful audience and respectable teachers, audience. They are very good and nice people. So, my name is Faisal Fiaz, and today the topic of our presentation is enhancement of cognitive for humans. You know very well that cognitive is very important thing, and we have something, and we have different options, and according to that we decide something. So whatever we have, we work on it, and according to that we proceed. So today the agenda, who are we, mean what we are basically. In pursuit of principles, that what the basically attributes factors that we have, and how we know what we know. So how we learn something, and after that how it becomes skill for us, habit for us, and its power for us as well. Thinking critically about the brain. So we will discuss about the major parts of the brain as well, and how it works. Reason, if you want to learn something, so the most important thing is this, that you have to understand the internal mechanism, that how it working. Next big question of cognitive neuroscience. So still brain is the part of the organ, you can say, or the part of body, you can say, which is still undiscoverable or unexplorable completely by scientists, researchers, or doctors, medical science as well. Reason is this, that according to experts, it has been highlighted that only 7 to 8% brain capacity was used by Einstein, while still high has the capacity to use 93%, and the normal human may use his brain capacity only 3 to 4%. So these are some of the basically things. So it means that your brain is a power of knowledge of excellence, you can say. It having a lot of you can say powers, and you can say it sticks inside of this brain, that it always emerge and come out whenever there is a need. So when you will be happy, so obviously your brain will work more better as compared to the other things. And if you are in a stress, then obviously your brain will not able to help out to you. Reason, you are facing stress. So when you are taking stress, then obviously your thinking ability will be gone. Pures of cognitive neuroscience, that what it is. So next slide is who are we? The mission of cognitive neuroscience. Neuroscience is a relatively new field. Brain is made of neurons and glia, each containing a copy of genome. There are nearly 100 billions of each of these types of cells. A typical neuron makes about 10,000 connections to other cells. Together, they form a 3-pound organ that has the consistency of jello. So it means that there are still different neurons, and they are built or may form, you can say, at once as well, and sometime it shrinks sometime as well. It depends on the mood, it depends on the circumstances, that how you are dealing. So according to that, your neuron will expand, will generate, or will happily work for you. Reason, brain is the central part of your body. If you, if your brain is able to take action, then obviously you can decide something better, and your whole body will follow you. But on the other hand, if your body, if your brain is not in working order, in a right moment, in a right position, then obviously your whole body will not follow the instructions of brain. It's just like this thing, that brain is forwarding the instruction, but your body is not able to proceed according to that thing. So we could take the examples later on, but I'm going to proceed for the next slide. Different views of brain. So when we see that what is brain, so you are looking that it's just like a skull, and inside of this there are different things, and you are looking that it's having different layers, and we, our scientists, are still basically not able to clearly that how its functions are basically executed according to the basically need, or how it works better and how it works optimal at some time. So there is a need of this thing that we will discuss and we will work on it. The mission of Neuro. Cognitive neuroscience. So, determine how the brain processes information, builds memories, and makes decisions. Figure out what makes us who we are. So we could take the example that when we were at the age of 1 year, so we do not know that who and how we learn each and everything, and then we are able to call our father, and we are able to understand that someone is calling to us, and what is our name or something like. So it means that this stimulus is inside of your brain, which basically whatever in circumstances in your environment, it feed and basically save in your brain. Here I want here I want to put one more example is this, that if a Chinese student take birth in a Chinese community, so what after 1 year and 1.5 year or 2 years, the child will be able to speak or maybe pronounce some Chinese words as well. But on the other hand, when we see if a basically American or German student takes birth in their local localities, so they whatever they basically listened or heard the words, according to that child are able to store that instruction and the things. So it means that this brain is always in your basically in learning order, in storing instruction. Whatever you are looking, you are doing, every moment is being recorded, and it will help out to you in your future as well. Then we talk about the emergent properties of this thing. So characteristics of a system that are not part of the individual components that make up the system. Arranging all of the molecules into a cell and into organs, into a body can produce a living, conscious individual. Cognitive neuroscience seeks to understand these emergent properties. So it means that whenever there is a need, so according to that, our brain is able to think, proceed, and execute, and we are able to take some action. So this procedure is totally emergent and helpful and to help for us. So it means that whatever the instruction will be there, it will be according to that, it will be proceed and it will be able to forward the instructions. Neuroscience is a relatively new field. Yes, you can say reason is this, that um, psychologists and the basically the people who have mental disorder or something like mentally retarded people, they having some problem, and still science or medical science or doctors are unable to take proper basically uh, care, you can say, and medical treatment or something like. There are some general rules are there, according to that every mentally retarded or basically disturbed mentally disturbed people are basically through therapy they are being relaxed, and in this way they are becoming better and better. So biology and psychology to connect neural functions to behaviors. So if someone talk to friendly, then obviously your response will be better and will be friendly. But on the other hand, if someone do not like to call you and basically call you harshly, then obviously in as a reaction your a reaction will be worst and your reply will be worst as well. So it means it just like action and its reaction as well. So neuroscience is a relatively new field. Every year, nearly 30,000 researchers, fellow students, and health professionals attend the annual meeting of the Science for Neuroscience. So neuroscience having its own important, and we know very well that it's a growing reason that mental brain is the main part where all the decisions would be taken place for you, for your future, for your current circumstances. that where you have to go, what profession you have to choose, what you have to eat. So everything you have to decide through your brain. So if your brain will not be in right working order, or it having any stress type problems, then obviously you could not take proper actions, and your decision will not be better. So rapid growth of the field due to, so obviously everywhere in the world, uh, they are working on psychological problems, and try to basically give the therapy, or try to keep calm to other peoples as well, so that things could become better, and the person will be able to work according to the position and according to the circumstances. There are still research is going on, and many things are there in the fields as well. So here I'm showing you a picture here. You are looking here: non-invasive brain stimulation, cognitive training, physical exercises, vascular interventions, and pharmacological approaches, non-pharmacological approaches. So the difference you are getting clearly here, that age-related downregulation of glutamatergic transmission and caudal RNC fragmentum. So nervous system, neuroid outgrowth system, synaptic plasticity, apoptosis, neuroprotection, modulation, and consolidation of frontal trial networks, and hyperplasticity as well. So here I want to say our minds influence the key activity of the brain, which then influences everything: perception, cognitive, thoughts, and feeling. Personal relationship, they are all a projection of you. So, cognition is not fighting, but once someone knows a lot, he will have much to fight for, so much that he will be called a relativist because of it. Cognitive neuroscience is entering an exciting era in which new technologies and ideas are making it possible to study the neural basis of cognition, perception, memory, and emotion at the level of networks of interacting neurons, the level at which we believe many of the important operations of the brain take place. So, the decision always taken by brain, and brain having its worth everywhere in the body. Reason every component of every part of your body follow the instruction of brain. Mean whatever, if you want to move, so you will think, and after that you will do this thing. So cognition refers to the mental processes and abilities involved in acquiring, processing, storing, and using information. It encompasses a wide range of mental activities, including perception, attention, memory, language, problem solving, reasoning, and decision making. So these are general things that we are doing on daily basis, but it all we are doing with the help of brain. Reason brain having some things stored in brain process, and according to that a cognitive approach and system will proceed, and we come to know that how to do and what the decision we have to take it according to the circumstances. Here are some key aspects of human cognition as well. You can say perception, attention, memory, language, and there are many others. But you can say that perception is what, that when you basically see something and you heard something or listen something, after that you will think in your brain that what it could be. So the process of interpreting sensory information from the environment, such as seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. Perception allows us to make sense of the world and recognize objects, people, and events. So in next picture you can see here, these are the factors through that we can basically increase or enhance the capability, and you can see the functioning of our brain. So enhancement of cognitive for humans totally depend on these factors: education, health, district administration, police, food and drug administration. These are some of the things that these are related to our circumstances, our environment. But if all the things that where we are working, we are dealing, and in this way we are taking decision randomly at a runtime, so automatically things will become better, and our it's all due to our cognitive approach along with our brain. So attention, when we talk about the ability to selectively focus on certain stimuli or information while ignoring others. Attention plays a crucial role in filtering out distraction and directing cognitive resources to relevant tasks. So attention is this, that if you give care or try to deal softly to anyone, then obviously the person will be happy and brain will accept that this person is good. So according to that, you will also respond. So attention is a caring factor, being if you give value to any human, then obviously the person will be happy to meet you, to work with you, and to like to you as well. The capacity to encode. Now, brain is a, you can say it's a physical part. Brain is a physical part, but on the other hand, your cognitive system, it's just like a software, just like a soul in that works in our body. So brain basically work along with your cognitive system, then you are able to take different decisions. And it all depends on the memory, that what kind of things you have seen, you have observed, and according to that you will proceed. The ability to select, you can say the ability to basically perceive or store something, that what I have decided, what I have to do, or something like. The capacity to encode, store, and retrieve information. Memory is essential for learning, retaining knowledge, and recalling past experiences. So, when we see, data is everywhere in the world, but when we work on it, it's become information. And if someone work more, then it's become knowledge of it, knowledge of person as well. So memory is very important. Reason memory is the basically, you can say, warehouse where you put all the things that what I have seen in my past or what I have done or something like. Even sometime we do not like to see, or we do not want to like some uh, things to store in our brain as well. So if you just look at this thing, that sometime you have some worst experiences or dreams, so it always in you can say in your memory, and you always remember that thing, that it is good or it is bad thing, and you have fear of that thing, and you can say you will be happy if the moment was very rememberable for you. So here we would talk about two types of memory. Remember this thing that humans having volatile memory. Volatile memory that it's basically stored in the brain, but you do not want to keep them, or you do not want to keep store that information intentionally, but it's somewhere in the brain it's stored. So volatile memory, it's always basically for short term. So on the other hand, if the basically things was worst and more dangerous, or you can say it give you a lesson, so you will remember that thing always. Short term or working memory. So the temporary storage and manipulation of information needed for ongoing tasks. So whatever we are doing on daily basis, it's all about due to short-term memory or something. While on the other hand, long-term memory. So long-term memory is also volatile, but it's having some, you can say, some very drastic or some very enjoyable moments, so that it always stored in your brain, and it basically give you some basically glimpses of that thing as well. So relatively permanent storage of information for later retrieval, it can be further divided into a declarative memory. So remember this thing that long-term memory, short-term memory, they are volatile, same like as we have in our computer. And we can increase the computer memory as well. So same like we can basically enhance the cognitive system. We cannot basically enhance the size of brain, or you can say we cannot enhance the capability of brain as well, but we can enhance the internal, or you can say invisible cognitive system, which all depend on your practice or your environment, on your learning, that what you are doing. So if you do some mental math question regularly, then obviously it will be in your brain, and your math will become much better and more better as well as compared to other people will use calculator or something, but you will do the things at your fingers, and in this way, if someone is doing calculation, but you will tell the answer. So this is cognitive approach that you have to basically fasten, and you have enhanced the for processing speed of your brain while doing mental math on daily basis. So it means it all depends on you that what approach or what the way you are choosing. If your way and if your requirements are high, so it doesn't mean that you have to replace the brain and you have to add one more brain in it. So it's a physical structure that whatever it has been decided by Allah or God. So according to that, our physical body is in working order. So in this picture, you are looking at different concepts, thoughts, perception, language, and attention, decision, and action, and emotion as well. So these are some of the basically through the colors I'm trying to show the basically parts of brain. So orange color you are looking that is parietal lobe, while on the other hand the green one is frontal lobe, and the basically third color is occipital lobe, and then light green is temporal lobe, pink is cerebellum, and the last one is brainstem. So these are very important reason. uh, if you do not know that what are the working and what are the parts are here, then you cannot proceed according to the requirement. In pursuit of a principles, so when we talk about the functions behind the form, which parts matter, what is the brain for, so how they are working, how they are coordinating to each other, and how they are proceeding the decisions. So remember this thing, that every part having its own importance. So you have to know that which parts matter, what is the brain for, and the function behind the form. So now I'm going to basically I changed the new type or title, you can say, unlocking the power of the mind, a journey to enhance cognition. So this one is a topic, and I'm trying to work on it, to do research more in it, and I'm in processing order to write down its research paper as well. So you can see this thing, that human brain is so much powerful, but it depends on you, that how we are using and how we will proceed and how we will train to it. So here I am giving you introduction of it, that how it will proceed and how we basically would do this thing. As humans, we are constantly seeking ways to improve ourselves, and cognitive enhancement is one way to achieve the use of various methods to improve cognitive abilities such as memory, facts, and gained increasing attention. uh, in recent years due to its potential to enhance human performance. We know very well that human brain and brain processing, it's becoming more important, and its usage is going more as the running processes of the world are becoming so much fast, and you are not on single job you can do and you can earn anything. So while doing multiple jobs, you are basically taking the help from your cognitive system, and your cognitive system, with the help of your brain, it proceeds. So in today's fast-paced world, where competition is fierce and demand are high, cognitive enhancement can give individuals an edge in their personal and professional lives. So at professional level, everyone is busy and having different tasks. Even on single job, he's doing multiple tasks. Do this thing, and why this thing was pending? Why not? It's become ready and it was forwarded or something like. So it means that you have to decide through your cognitive system, and you have to train it. So, what is cognitive enhancement? Cognitive enhancement refers to the use of various methods to improve cognitive abilities such as memory, attention, problem solving skills. These methods can include brain training exercises, diet modification, and even medication. So, one example of cognitive enhancement is the use of non-tropics, which are supplements designed to enhance cognitive function. Another example is meditation, which has been shown to improve focus and reduce stress level. So, it means that you are totally in your dependent on your cognitive system. Brain, it's basically it's a physical thing, and your cognitive is a invisible thing. So this one is critical thinking, as you know very well that critical thinking is very important. So when you are watching any film, movie, or anything physical object, then obviously you are trying to explore more products and more economical thing as compared to the earlier or something like. So remember this thing that critical thinking is very important in our cognition system, and it will basically fasten the processes of our brain processes. So this one is you are looking here in the picture. So what happened that basically person is thinking and they are communicating. So both the basically brains, both humans brains are working and in processing order, and they are following and they are trying to resolve the problem of each one by one. So you are looking here that if you are basically as a human you are live, so your brain and your cognitive system always helpful for you. So insight, innovativity, thinking, critical, effective, and there are many other things. Barber, you can say reasoning and balance or something like. So what is critical thinking? So when we talk about critical thinking, it is this thing that you deeply think that what are the processes and how basically what are the pros and cons, what are the advantages and disadvantages. If I do this thing, then what kind of circumstances and what will be the outcome. So you will critically think and work on it, and in this way you can find out the ways to resolve your problem. So, when we talk about critical thinking, the objective analysis and evaluation of an issue in order to form a judgment. Critical thinking examples you are looking here identifying strength and measurements, and determining the best solution to a solution, determining deciding whether or not to believe something, evaluating evaluating evidence, looking at a situation from multiple perspectives. So you will think and you will work on it, and according to that, you will basically take the scene. So, five elements of critical thinking. So, as you know very well, that five elements of critical thinking are very important. Ask questions, gather relevant information, think through solutions and conclusion, consider alternative system of thought, and communicate effectively. So in this way, you can basically increase the level of your critical thinking. Importance of critical thinking. So we know very well that if our we are not in the practice of critical thinking, then obviously we cannot decide anything randomly or at runtime, and we would take time to think and finalize anything. But on the other hand, if you are a good critical thinker, so you can just randomly after analyzing two or three, you can give your assessment or evaluation that what will be better or what will be you can tell the perception as well. So critical thinking can help you better understand yourself, help you avoid any kind of negative or limiting beliefs, and focus more on your strengths. So after this we are just looking this basically what is critical thinking, the objective analysis and evaluation of an issue in order to form a judgment. So if you are going to judge something or finalize something, so you will work and you will find out the multiple solutions, and after that you will see and you will find out a way which is economical, safe, and less time will be there. So in this way you can make multiple things. Then we talk about what why is critical thinking important. So you know very well that critical thinking is always important. Reason is this, that if you are a good critical thinker, then you can find out a better way, and you can improve your outcome, improve your self result, or as well you can learn something as well. So you are just looking help to improve decision making. First, the advantage is this one. Second advantage that we will get again, the basically it enhances problem solving ability. And number three, obviously, you are looking the refine your research paper. And the fourth one is polishes uh, your creativity. And the basically last one is simulation curiosity. So these are the basically 5 points that we have to bother to make our critical thinking more better and better. Now the next slide, the benefits of critical thinking. So it encourages curiosity, it helps something, it's multifaceted practice, and it is independence and no judging. So it means that critical thinking it always help out to give you find out a rational or economical outcome as well. So benefits of thinking skills: better stress management and coping skills during stressful moments, low risk of repression, more resistance to common and a stronger immune system, decrease risk of attacks and heart diseases, lower blood pressure, better problem solving, and better ability to adopt to change. So after this, when we talk about benefits of critical thinking in education, so in this way we can train our student, we can make them best 21st century problem solver or something. We can give them the learning experience of digital apps or something like. Critical thinking increases comprehension skills by teaching students how to evaluate the logical structure of text or something like. So introvert and extrovert student both can work on it, and in this way they can learn that how the other students are taking their meal and what they have to do. So in this way you can increase the basically working, and you can enhance the potential of your young learners. So, critical thinking abilities enable you to comprehend and appraise a situation using all relevant facts and information. Characteristics when we talk about so critical thinker, open-mindedness, respecting evidence and reasoning, being able to consider different perspective and point of view, not being stuck in the position, skepticism, clarity and precision. So these are the basically characteristics of critical thinker. If you decide so according to that, you can basically train the new one as well. But remember this thing, that all the things depend on our brain. Now, hindrances in critical thinking. So when we talk about hindrances, so it simple means that what kind of problem you are facing. So at a personal level, barriers to critical thinking can arise through an over reliance on feelings or emotions. And one of the biggest barriers to critical thinking is an unwillingness to see complex issues in anything other than and white form. So these are the major points that we have discussed. And barriers to critical thinking, when we talk about egocentrism, sociocentrism, unwarranted assumptions, relativistic thinking, wishful thinking. So these are some of the barriers which comes in the category of critical thinking. Okay, thank you. So due to internet glitch problem, it was discontinued. So I'm starting again from that point. So how can teams improve critical thinking skills? So one by one, if you help to someone, so in this way you can learn something and you can enhance and you can give them experience as well. So if you are becoming become more self-aware, understand your mental process or something. So in this way we can enhance our stamina apna, even our skills, ability and something. Develop foresight, practice active listening, ask question, evaluate existing evidence. We are able to share our thinking, our experiences, our opinions, and in this way we can, the other one can also do same thing. So benefits of cognitive enhancement. So this one is the main thing that we have to cover, and you know very well that cognitive enhancement can provide numerous benefits to individuals seeking to improve their mental abilities. So, in this way, your mental processing, your mental functioning, your mathematical skill, mental math, and your decision power become so much great as compared to the earlier. But it depends on you that in which way you have to basically you have to train your brain. So it's a training method to speed up the functioning and speed of your brain processes. So improved memory is one such benefit, allowing individual to better retain information and recall it when needed. So enhanced focus is another benefit, allowing individuals to concentrate for longer periods of time without distraction. And when you have basically your cognitive enhance functioning is much better than the other one, then obviously you will be more better and more good as well. So we have seen that perception, attention, memory, language, problem solving, and reasoning and executive function mean in which way you are proceeding. So language, when we talk about, so every region having their own logic. So Chinese, German, Indians, Americans, they have their own languages. But the individual who is living in that regions, they are, he or she is basically listing different words. So according to that, your brain is feeding that thing, and in this way it's become your you are able to understand and you are able to speak as well. The system of communication that involves the use of words, grammar and syntax to convey meaning. Language allows us to express thoughts, understand and interpret others messages and engage in complex reasoning. So language is, you can say, communication media. Through that, you are going to deliver that what you want to say and what the other person want to say to you as well. So through language, you can basically understand the meaning and the thinking and what the other person want to say. You can do this thing. So language is just like a communication media. It's nothing else. So yes, we know very well that English has become international language. Reason is this: computer science, and America is basically most advanced countries. So according to that, they are proceeding, and English is spoken everywhere in the world. But on the other hand, other languages are basically having the limitation in their own territory only. So this, it always help us to understand the thoughts thinking of other one as well. So after this, when we talk about our cognition system, is basically help out to us to, when we have different options and we are in a problem, then obviously we find out the way to solve our problem. So if there are 10 options and 10 different ways are there to solve your problem, but you will try to finalize the optimal and the most fruitful outcome. Through that you could get better outcome as well. So remember this thing, problem solving, it's again totally depend on your cognitive approach, its functioning, its speed, and experience as well. The cognitive processes involved in the understanding and solving problems, making decisions, drawing conclusion based on available information. It involves logical thinking, critical analysis, and the ability to evaluate alternatives as well. So if you are working and you are training and you are getting the training and you are understanding yourself, then obviously whatever the problem or hard task that you are doing, automatically it will become easy for you in your future as well. Reason, you are practicing, and practicing makes a man perfect. And this is the brain and this is your cognitive system which is storing that how you are doing, how the other one is doing. You are looking and you are physically doing as well. So in this way you can speed up your cognitive system as well, and the things become better obviously. Then executive functions, higher level cognitive processes that enable goal directed behavior, self control, planning, organizing, and monitoring. So executive functions help individuals regulate their behavior, inhibit impulses, and adapt to uh, changing situations. So it means that when you are basically finalize, when you are going to finalize anything, so according to that you will basically proceed as well. Whatever the function, whatever the arrangement, whatever the thing will be there, you will proceed according to that thing. So cognitive abilities vary among individuals. We know very well that every human vary from approach to approach from person to person, and their approach is obviously different as well. And they can be influenced by factors such as genetics, education, experience, and age. Enhancing cognitive abilities can have implications for learning, productivity, decision making, and overall quality of life. So, whatever you are learning, you are perceiving, you are feeding in your brain, it's all that invisible cognitive system is taking, recording, and according to that, it proceeds. And we know very well that there are different, multiple, thousands of neurons are there. And if you are happy, then there will be neurons in the right order, and more neurons will be formed in your brain, and they will work in a right order. But on the other hand, if you are in a stress position, then your neurons will not be able to proceed in a right way, and you will get problem as well. So these benefits can have a significant impact on an individual's personal and professional life. Improved memory can lead to better academic performance and career opportunities, while enhanced focus can increase productivity and efficiency. Better problem solving skills can also lead to more success in both personal and professional endeavors. So here I want to put one more example that we know very well that after 1995 there was Nokia 11 phone was there. After that, Samsung iPhone was now we are looking. So at this time, no one would like to purchase the old mobile or the mobile which having less memory. Reason is this: if the memory will be less, so its functioning processes will be slow. So same like that, now the world has become global village, and everything in this global village is fixed, and according to that you have to proceed, you have to follow the instruction, and the same procedure will be there, that if you work fastly, think fastly, then obviously your outcome will be much better than as compared to the other one as well. Nowadays you are looking that every individual is doing multiple things, but if we look our ancestors, they have been 50 or 80 years ago, say only one person was working from the family, and the whole family was totally depend on its basically survival. But at that time, you can say the resources are less, and you can say that expenses are was also very less. But now at this time, everyone have become crazy due to basically uh, IT revolution, global gadgets, or the other things. Everyone want to purchase the latest mobile. Everyone want to use Apple i14 or something like. But same like procedure is there. If you basically speed up your brain processing, then it will be help out to you. Methods to improve, method of cognitive enhancement. So one method of cognitive enhancement is through exercise. So remember this thing. I have already told you this thing, that if you are physically fit, then it means that your brain will be healthy. But if you are not physically fit, and you are not able to walk properly or run properly, then what happened that your brain will not be considered the right brain or healthy mind as well. But on the other hand, if we just look at this thing, that if your brain it's empty and you are not doing anything, any task, then obviously it's just like this, that you are wasting your time. And now the things and the processes have become faster, so much that everyone have become crazy to earn the money, and they do not have the penny to spend in life, but they would like to exchange. So it means that if you will be physically fit physically, then your brain will be healthy. But on the other hand, if you are not doing in physically fitness or something like, then you are not considered the medical. So, studies have shown that regular exercises can improve cognitive function by increasing blood flow to the brain and stimulating the growth of new neurons. So, this thing I have already told, that if you basically are in a happy mood, or you will be happy, happiness is there, environment is visible, and then obviously neurons will be there, blood flow will be increased in the brain side, and then brain will be in a proper functioning order. So exercise can help us reduce stress and improve mood as well, and which can help a positive impact on cognitive performance. Second method you can say is your diet. If you eat healthy food, then obviously your brain will be healthy and you are able to do good things. Consuming a healthy diet that is rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can provide the brain with the necessary nutrients to the basically function at its best. Certain foods such as fatty fish and nuts contains omega-3 fatty acids that basically are essential for brain health. It is important to avoid processed foods and exercise excessive sugar, which can have negative effect on cognitive function. So you have to remember that what we have to do, and through exercise, through diet, you can do this thing. And try to become smile, try to become uh, happy. Reason happiness, your brain, your cognitive system is totally dependent on your brain mood or brain capacity. So which parts matters now? Explanation is cognitive neuroscience can be at the level of individual molecules, at the level of system. I'm skipping some of the slides due to shortage of time. So which parts matters? So you are looking, these are three pictures, and all these three pictures are from different angles. and they are basically highlighting the basically problem in the muscles. What is the brain for? So brain and thoughts behavior are shaped by evaluation, adaptations. So mechanisms such as behaviors or physical traits that enhance the productive success of organs that possesses them. So current thought or behavior are adaptations that benefited our ancestors. What is the brain for? So mind seems separate from the brain, apparently non-physical. So mind it works. It's a, you can say, invisible thing, but mind work with cognitive system. Your cognitive system and mind will use the brain cells and its you can say they use the mechanical structure of a thing, and then in this way they are able to proceed more better. So mind seems separate from the brain. Apparently non-physical research suggests that minds basically is a product of the brain. All our thoughts all our thoughts and behavior result from the interactions of the physical part of the brain. We know very well that whatever we do, we shake hand, we meet to someone, we speak. So it all depends on your. So I'm skipping some of the slides due to shortage of time. So I'm going toward the main themes. Reason these are very detailed that I have worked. So these are, you can say, stimulation method or something. So in this picture you are looking at toolbox of critical thinking. So what happened that critical thinking always help out to find out different options, and in this way you can basically get better outcome as compared to the earlier, which was not basically happened that at once your brain tell. So you have to think and your brain will work according to that thing. So these are some of the levels of analysis, three kinds of question I'm going to show you. So you are looking here three kinds of question: computation, what is the problem, input, output, and being computed or maximized. So input is what that we feed it, and output is what the brain or the mind or cognitive system is able to find the way. Next thing is algorithm. Algorithm, it's a step by step procedure to find a solution. So algorithm, it's a sequence, you can say set of sequence. What are the methods, data representation or processes? Implementation, what are the mechanism? You can say the neurons or and in which way they will work, and according to that they proceed. So when we talk about computation theory, so what is the goal of the computation, why is it appropriate, and what is the logic of the strategy by which it can be carried out? So these are the basically you can say objective of computational theory. Representation and algorithm, how can this computation theory be implemented? In particular, what is the representation for the input and output, and what is the algorithm for the transformation? So representation and algorithm, again, it's a set of sequence, and it basically only to solve the problem. Mean it gives you solution. It tells you the way that how you will deal, and in this way you can get better outcome and better solution as well. Next is hardware implementation. So how can the representation and algorithm be realized physically? So if physically your devices are not compatible, so in this way they are not able to proceed. Same like your brain, your mind, your cognitive system, they should be compatible. And for compatibility, there is a need of basically practice. There is a need of training. There is a need of absorption of resources, of information, and the other things. So, so now I'm looking this picture, but before that, there is a previous slide. I want to first of all discuss this one. So, the cognitive level of analysis aim. What are the main three main assumptions of the cognitive levels of analysis? So, click to add text. So, do now. So, what you will think and what you have to do. So according to that, you will proceed, and with the help of brain, mind, and cognitive, you will find out the solution. So these are different colors are here, and these colors have been filled along with their colors in the basically in the light purple, yellow, red, black, red, green. You are looking different colors. Now we will talk about the cognitive revolution. Around the 1950s, psychologists began to explore cognition to further understand behavior. So, for understanding the behavior of human, there is a need to understand human, basically psychological come to know. So, prior to this, observable opinion is the basically was studied, and this shift was called cognitive revolution. Observable behavior, just like this, that this person, the other person, how deal with the other person. And same like thing that nowadays a new term has been introduced in the world, which is called intuition. Mean if two person are communicating to each other, but one person will come to know that what the other person is thinking. So this is a new intuition term, it's coming. And cognitive psychologists suggested that humans form from internal mental representative to guide behavior. So every basically cognitive psychological psychologists have been advised not only physical therapy but also for mental therapy. They basically suggested at least 2 or 3 times in a week. So due to shortage of time, I'm just skipping some slides. So here is second question, the cognitive level of analysis. Discuss how social or cultural factors affect one cognitive process. Identify and evaluate schema theory with reference or to research studies. So schema study, it's only this thing that how the things are interrelated to each other and how they linked up. What short stories do you remember from your childhood? It's a very simple reason, it's linked with your past, and whatever it's stored in your memory, you will be able to describe as well. So schema theory, it's a mental framework used to organize information, and Frederick Bartlett coined the term schema and stated that cultural schemas influence remembering. So schema it always used for rememberness. Reason it's linked to the information, and this way you people come to know. So one cannot see a schema, but psychologists believe it gives us insight into the mind. So our mind is totally dependent on schema as well, and schema depend on the neurons. Schema theory suggests that humans are active possessors of information. So same like thing is this, the difference between logical binary computer or binary processor and the human brain difference is only this one, that humans brain having a lot of powers and invisible forces, invisible things, invisible mechanism is there, and cognitive system is always vary from person to person and situation to situation as well. But on the other hand, machine is always logical, and it takes the decision according to the logic that how it is working, and in this way they proceed. So I'm going to show you one picture, and you have to tell me that what is happening here. So in this picture you will see that what is happening in the image that will flash on the screen. So you have to just think, and after that you have to analyze, or you have to tell me that what is happening. So is there anyone who can describe or tell me that what is happening here? Okay, I'm going to continue my slides. So schema theory indicates that prior expectations will influence our perceptions. Stereotypes will lead to changes in how we subsequently remember information. So these are some of the important things that I have told you. I'm skipping. So now in the slide you are looking at levels of analysis of cognitive we are observing. Outline principles that define the cognitive LOA and explain how these principles may be demonstrated in the research. And do not know, it's simple. We what is the basically eyewitnesses testimony? Do you believe it reliable or not? Explain this question. So in the next picture, you are in the next slide, you are looking the reliability of eyewitness testimony. So it means that whatever you have seen physically, it will having some worth as well. But on the other hand, if you do not have eyewitness, then it means it doesn't have any worth. So evaluate two methods or theories of one cognitive process memory. So mostly people think it's a granted, but remember this thing that your brain and mind it always storing everything. Whatever you are looking, you are basically working. Reason is this: your body is full of neuron cells, and they whatever you are doing physically, mentally, they are learning and they are in training order, and according to that they will proceed. Short-term memory and no, I'm just going to skip something. So after this, you are looking this model, the working memory model. Badley and Hitch in 1974, they explained this memory model that your central executive, it having three main things: phonological loop, episodic buffer, and visual visual sketch port. And up after that, it become your long-term memory. So when we talk about the biological connections to memory, so you will see that how it will work. The amygdala, it's emotional memory, and your hippocampus, it's for explicit memory. And through the basically mark, it have been shown that what is basically point of that thing you can come to know. And after this, now, the most important thing, unraveling the mysteries of human mind. Remember this thing that whatever you are doing, it's all due to your cognitive system. So, cognitive features refer to the mental processes and abilities associated with human cognition, including perception, attention, memory, language, problem solving, and decision making. So, some of the key cognitives, if you just look at these things, that language executive functions we have already discussed. So, when we talk about perception, the ability to interpret and make sense of sensory information from the environment, such as visual, auditory, and tactile stimuli. Attention, the capacity is to selectively focus on specific stimuli or tasks while filtering out effectively. When we talk about the attention, so it's again need to give importance and worth, and then automatically the other person will like this genius and will same like behavior will deal you. Memory encoding method, through that you are storing and feeding the instruction in your brain. Language, it's a media, communication media. Executive function, higher order cognitive processes that involve planning, problem solving, decision making, and self regulation, and then learning. So, cognitive process of ongoing learning. It's basically through experience, instructions, or study. It involves attention, memory, you can say compulsion, and problem solving risk. So then we talk about the reasoning. So the ability to think logically, make deductions, and draw a conclusion based on available information, and it includes inductive reasoning um, to specific situations. Creativity, it's your creativity, the cognitive ability to generate novel ideas, concepts, and solutions. It involves thinking about outside the box, making connections between seemingly unrelated concepts, and combining existing knowledge in innovative ways. Problem solving, we have already discussed that sequence of steps to solve for the solution of any problem. So, cognitive process of identifying, analyzing, and uh, resolving obstacles or challenges. It requires critical thinking, making, and application or resolvent. So, in this way, you can see now the most important thing, metacognition. The ability to reflect on, regulate one's own cognitive process. It includes self-awareness, self-monitoring, and ability to evaluate and modify one's thinking strategy. So these cognitive features are interconnected and work together to shape human intelligence and our ability to understand human learning and interact with the world. So, what is the human cognitive system? That the thing that I'm going to discuss in my next slide. So, human cognitive system refers to processes and structure in the brain that are responsible for our ability to perceive, think, reason, and remember. So, everyone is able to save something in the brain and learn something. So, it all depends on your practice, how you are doing. It all depends on working. It is a complex system involving different areas of the brain working together to allow us to interact with the world around us. At once, the cognitive system involves the processing of information. This includes taking in sensory, storing, and retrieving memory, and using language to communicate and solve problems. And the cognitive system also plays a role in decision making, attention, and creativity. So when we talk about the types of cognition, there are many different types of cognitions are there: perceptual, attentional, memory cognition, language cognition, executive cognition, social cognition, metacognition, problem solving, etc. So these are all having their own working order and methods. Now, how brain works, we have to think and we have to work on it to enhance the basically capacity of our cognitive system. Human brain is an incredibly complex organ that plays a central role in controlling and coordinating all functions of the body, as well as processing and interpreting information from the environment. While all our understanding of the brain is still moving, and in this way things are going on. The components of human cognitive system, there are many we have discussed: perceptual and the metacognition, and neurons, neural networks, synapses, and plasticity, cognitive processes, hemispheric specialization, and brain waves. These are some of the things. It's important to note that important to note that it is a simplified overview and our understanding of the brain is still advancing. And researcher, experts, medical doctors, they are working on it. So researchers continue to explore its complexities, such as such as underlying learning and memory and various notable. So, enhancing cognitive abilities in human is an area of interest for researchers and scientists. While there is ongoing research and development in this field, it's important to note that information I provide may not reflect the most recent advancement beyond my knowledge or cut off in this session. So, some potential avenues for enhancing cognitive abilities: brain computer interfaces. So, in this way, you can work with your computer. BCI aims to establish direct communication between the brain and the external devices, they can potentially enable cognitive enhancement by allowing individual to control external devices using their thoughts or receive feedback directly to their brain. So these are some of the things. Then neuron feedback. So neuron feedback techniques involves monitoring actively or passively. Okay. Cognitive training, it's just like cognitive that I have already told you that engaging in specific cognitive games. And for example, working memory training has been shown to improve working memory capacity, which is crucial for various cognitive tasks. However, the transfer of training effects to broader cognitive abilities is still a topic of research and modules, and still the things are going on, and explorers are working on it. So after this, the importance of human cognition, uh, human face human cognitive system. The human cognitive system has played a crucial role in our evolution as a species. Our ability to think, reason, and problem solve has allowed us to adapt and thrive in various environments or something like. So after this, I'm going to make finish my presentation with after 2 or 3 slides. So cognitive development. So as we move into adolescent and adulthood, our cognitive abilities continue to develop and change. Our ability to think abstractly, reason logically, and solve complex problems all improve with age and experience. Overall, understanding the development of human cognitive system is essential for educator and or parents and anyone interested in learning about the complexities of neurons. The development of human cognitive system is a fascinating topic that has been studied extensively by researchers and scientists. Reason brain is the most powerful organ in the body. Through that you are going to decide anything. So our brains undergo significant changes in the way they process information and perceive the world around us. One of the most notable changes that occurs during cognitive development is the growth of neural connections in the brain. As infants, we have an we have an advanced abundant you can say of neurons that are not yet connected. However, through experiences and interactions with our environment, these research is working and heavily influenced by environmental factors such as social interaction and exposure to different stimuli. Children who grow up in the motivated improvement may experience delay in cognitive development compared to those who grow up in more stimulating environments. So conclusion. So after this, my slide is going to over. In conclusion, the human cognitive system is a complex and fascinating subject that plays a crucial role in our everyday lives, from perception to cognitive system of the world around us. It is important to continue studying and understanding the human cognitive system. cognitive system. So it's simple. It provides insights into how we learn, make decisions, and interact with each other. We can improve our own cognitive abilities and potentially develop new treatments for cognitive disorders. So again, practice makes a man perfect. If you work and if you use your brain, your cognitive processes system, and in this way you will get some experience. So automatically your cognitive system become better, and enhancement will be there. But again, there is a need of exercise, and second thing is proper good diet. So these are some of the points you are looking here: physical, behavioral, or biochemical. So when we talk about physical, so it's just like gadgets, acoustic stimulation, optical stimulation, magnetic stimulation, electrical stimulation. So biochemical, when we talk about implants, body derivations, pharmaceuticals, recreation drugs, mental remedies, and nutrition. So these are the things. And when we talk about behavioral, so you can say sleep, moralization, more meditation, checking language, training, and so inclusion. While there are various methods of achieving cognitive enhancement, including exercise, diet, and brain training exercises, it is important to consider the potential risks and controversies surrounding these methods. Safety and you can say fairness are valid concerns that must be addressed as we explore responsibilities of cognitive enhancement. Despite these challenges, I believe that cognitive uh, enhancement has the potential to the revolutionize the way we live and work by embracing new technologies and separate new approaches to cognitive enhancement. We can greater thing. We can unlock our full potential and achieve greater success than ever before. So, my session is going to end, and the conclusion is obviously this one, that if you have better health, then obviously you will be having good health. So, healthy minds leads to happy life, but for healthy minds, there is a need of health. So, exercise, happiness, stress-free environment, and satisfaction. These are the things that will always enhance your cognitive system, and it will help out to you to solve your problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your rich content presentation, which can impact our knowledge seeker surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new, which was our only intention. Learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seeker. Once again, thank you so much, sir, for your presentation. Now, sir, it's time for our question answer session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable sir, please stay with us. After a short video, we will be back in our session part 2, which is the question answer part. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. back, sir. Welcome back to our participant. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. So our first question is from Toshi. What are some potential ethical concerns surrounding the enhancement of cognitive abilities in humans?
Okay, so when we talk about the ethical concerns, so as I have already told you that there is a one factor attention. If you give attention to any human and give time and give importance to any human, then obviously the person will become happy, and in this way automatically his cognitive system will be more better and good as well. But on the other hand, if you deal to anyone harshly, then give less important, less attention, then obviously the person will feel alone, uh, and in this way the person become in stress, and obviously his thinking ability will be less. So it all depend on your ethical concerns, are just like give attention to anyone, read to anyone happily, open heartedly to deal anyone, and obviously uh, whatever you do, you will get it returned back from that person as well.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answers. Our next question is again from Toshi. What are the potential long-term effects of cognitive enhancement inventions on mental health and well-being?
Okay, what are the potential? Yes, obviously we know very well. We have seen that in the whole world there are many mental disturbed people or mentally retarded people are there. So some of the people who are basically at the birth or at born stage, they're having some problem in their brain. But on the other hand, if we see that if a person having some drastic, you can say, problems and faced critical situations, and you can say that he lost to someone, then obviously sometime the brain situation become worst, and the person will not like this world. So due to this reason, we have to deal to anyone in a right way, and this is the thing that if you do something good, then you will get it back. So same like try to make everything happy, and long term effects or mental health and well-being is this. If you just look at the western world, so they have everything in their environment or in at their surrounding positive things. They have no negativity, no jealousy, no hypocrisy, or no any negative thinking or ability. Whatever, everyone is working, and according to his agenda, according to plan, according to loop, the person is in order, and in this way the things are going on. Okay, next question please.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. So our next question is from Ray. Considering the multidimensional ability of human cognition, what aspect of cognitive functions should be prioritized for enhancement, and how might this enhancement impact other cognitive domains or the overall human experience?
Okay, I have already told you this thing that healthy minds leads to happy life. So if you real your real health is your real wealth is your health. Okay, so if you are physically fit and your brain who is giving the command to the other parts of the body, then obviously the body is fully in control of the brain. So this is the main thing, that if you are in a happy position or in healthy position, then you basically having more better cognition system. And obviously when you become more physically fit, your cognition mental cognition system become more powerful as compared to the earlier. And the research says this thing, that it has been experienced a lot of time, that if uh, students basically engage in different physical activities with positive approach and with basically muscle building or with sports activities, then obviously after the basically improvement or sports camps, these dull students become more energetic and more you can say better student as compared to the earlier. So there is one thing, that you have a brain, but you have to use it at your own pace. So if you want to enhance it, so first of all, physically you have to become powerful. Then obviously when your physical body will become powerful, then automatically your mental will become more powerful. So it totally depend on your physical health. Mental health and physical health, they are totally dependent on each other. We cannot basically deny the importance of physical health. So if you want mental health, so for mental health there is a need of physical health.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. Sir, again a question from Rai. Reflecting of the potential risks and benefits of cognitive enhancement, what criteria should be established to ensure responsible and equitability use of this technology? How can we strike a balance between individual autonomy and societal well-being in the context?
We know very well that there is a equality is everywhere in the world. No one is superior, no one is inferior here in the world. So give attention, give respect to anyone, then obviously you will be happy, and your life will become more good as compared to the earlier. But remember this thing, potential risk and benefits of cognitive enhancement. There is no potential risk against of your cognitive enhancement. Reason is this, that you are basically increasing the processing speed of your brain. You are doing practice, and in this way it's becoming more good, and it's become your instinct as well. That there is, you just basically someone asks you and you just through intuition or through the basically your experience you just reply the answer. So it's all depend on your basically practice, on your skill, on your previous experiences, on your training, on your learning, reading, writing, listening, whatever. But there is no potential risk of cognitive enhancement. There are always advantages of cognitive enhancement. And if you want, if there is a dull student or in math, so try to engage that student in mental math or in other things. So automatically in physical health activities as well, then obviously the student will become more better as compared to the earlier as well. So different equip nowadays we have a lot of digital tools and technologies. Quizlet, quizzes.com, flip as well. So try to engage your students with these digital tools and technologies. Reason, these are basically, these tools or apps have been designed while doing a lot of research, and it having a framework of rational pedagogical approaches, due to which reason a student automatically learn and involve in things. And we know very well that our youngsters, whatever they, whenever they play any video game, they are in fully basically in focus and while playing video games. So these are the things, you can use digital tools and techniques, and in this way you can enhance more. But again, physical health plus mental health, both things are necessary and there is a need to improve the both level. If you do not do physical exercises or your physical health is not good, so there is no guarantee that your cognitive enhancement that you have done it will be positive. So in the whole world, sports plus cognitive enhancement or educational improvement along with your physical exercises.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answers. Our next question is from Magana. Technology has advanced and disadvantages. Nowadays, people really more in technology. How does it may affect the human cognition?
As I have already told you this thing that these digital tools or technologies have been designed in such a way that your mental processing or your basically cognition system become more powerful and more strong as compared to the other thing. But on the other hand, if we see a person is sitting in front of computer or TV 10 hours and he's doing nothing, he's not improving his physical health, so it means that he's using his uh, basically mental health or trying to decline his mental health as well. So remember this thing, physical health along with mental health. This is the basically formula of better life, better health as well. Reason your real wealth is your health, and always healthy mind leads to happy life. Mean those person who do not, who basically do not have healthy, they are not physically fit, they do not have positive approaches as well.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answers. Sir, our next question is from again Toshi. What are the current limitations and challenges in developing safe and effective cognitive enhancement intervention?
I do not think there is any limitation. Reason is this: if a student, if a student or a person fully involved in different reading, writing, or educational activities, as a researcher fully involved in these activities, and they do not have so much time to visit any playgrounds, so they have some health issue. But again, their mental processing and their basically cognition system is more powerful. But if they do the thing along with physical exercises, then obviously they will become more better and more good as well. But there is no current limitation and no challenges as well. Reason it all depends on you, that in which way you have to finalize, you have to design your working model, your training, your habit, your routine as well. It all depends on you. Reason humans approach vary from person to person. I like something and some other one likes something else, so it's same. No one having the same basically liking, you can say, or same opinion as well. So everyone having different opinion, having different likeness as well. So I do not think that there is any current limitation or challenges. This is a safe way, method way, and due to this cognition system, reason 21st century problem, we are going to basically move our young generation into 21st century skills problem solvers. So 21st century skill problem solver, we can only make them through these cognitive approaches, through the cognitive enhancement that we are doing. Our young students are more smarter than us as compared to us. So you can see this thing that in which way they are dealing different gadgets, different apps. Being elder, we are not able to basically control or you can say count that things as well.
So
Maybe your
there is
voice
no
is.
more questions from our participants. So once again, thank you so much, sir, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you. It will add some value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable Sir, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new date. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you very much. Take care, and thank you very much to all, to the whole audience as well. Take care. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, sir. Dear IGP Knowledge is time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. Dear IGP Knowledge is time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will back in our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. Certification process. Visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a running session and get enrolled. After watching complete part 1, click mark as complete. Move to the next, which is the learning test passing mark 80%. If pass, back to the course again to download your certificate. If fail, to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF or JPG. For your attention, I am going to share the procedure again. Visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a running session and get enrolled. After watching completing part 1, click mark as complete. Move to the next, which is the learning test passing mark 80%. If pass, back to the course again to download your certificate. If failed, to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF or JPG. Here IGP knowledge case time for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instructions carefully. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instructions carefully. For some technical problem, we cannot continue our quiz from the website. So, to join our quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com and today's code is 4100869. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. 39 people. We are going to start our quiz session right now. Our first question is long-term use of modafinil A, narcoleptic drug of conductive enhancement causes similar sleep pattern as option 1 alcohol addiction, option 2 cocaine addiction. Option 2 is the right answer, and 75% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Lisa is holding the first position. Our next question is what percentage of students know someone who was abused this drug for consumption and enjoyment? Option 1 10, option 2 45. Option 2 is the right answer, and 69% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Evelyn is holding the first position. Our third question is who is responsible for the trophy for the theory that humans go those stage of conscious development? Option 1 Vygotsky, option 2 Piaget. Option 2 is the right answer, and 71% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Mary is holding the first position. Our fourth question is greatest discovery for the conscious advancement of humans? Option 1 Mount Everest, option 2 fire. Option 2 is the right answer, and 76% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Lisa is holding the first position. Our fifth question is part of brain responsibility of cognitive skills in humans, emotional express, language, memory, judgment. Option 1 is spinal cord, option 2 frontal lobe. Option 2 is the right answer, 83% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Swami is holding the first question. Our sixth question is which part of the brain is responsible for controlling important cognitive skill in humans? Option 1 frontal lobe, option 2 parietal lobe. Option 1 is the right answer, and 50% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Swami is holding the first position. Our next question is which of the following would be a form of cognitive enhancement? Option 1 occupational therapy, option 2 glucose enhancing pharmacology. Option 2 is the right answer, and 44% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Lisa is holding the first position. Our eighth question is a child learns formal logic and abstract thinking during the stage of cognitive development. Option 1 preferential, option 2 formal operational. Option 2 is the right answer, and 63% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Kepler is holding the first question. Our second last question of the session is which type of nail polish remover is recommended for removing polish from nail enhancement? Option 1 actone, option 2 non-actone. Option 2 is the right answer, and 64% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Kepler is holding the first question. Our second last question of the session is which type of nail polish remover is recommended for removing polish from nail enhancement? Option 1 actone, option 2 non-actone. Option 2 is the right answer, and 65% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Lisa is holding the first position. Our next question is Option 2 is the right answer, and 11% people are right here. In the leaderboard, team is holding the first question. Our last and final question is part of the brain responsible for coordinating movement, balance, and cognitive development. Option 1, cerebellum. Option 2, cerebellum. Option 2 is the right answer, and 62% people are right here. So, congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competence certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competence certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that we will issue our quiz competence certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professionals. At the end of our session, we can say properly fitted is skill never stop learning, cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, try to a goal, not to people or things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end like button, I want to thank all IGP knowledge seekers for your active participation as always. See you in the next session. Thank you.